Hello everyone, we are still in Mordona. We are going to head out to Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Harschiffon about what has happened in the with these apparent supplies that have been taken. We're apparently being attacked by heretics of Ishgard.
I don't remember Horseshoe being anywhere.
Yes, Harschiffon is the leader of Camp Dragonhead.
What?
Yeah, you're about to see him. Just jump on your table. Well, well, if it is my fine friend MearoPrentice, would you care for a plate of roast caracal? Or caracal? Some mulled wine? No? Ah, I see you've not come to my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. When the cold sets in... Oh man, they're giving new gear. Lord Harschiffon awaits confirmation of the reason for your visit to Camp Dragonhead.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Coerthas soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity, a visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Alright, so we have, if you recall, we actually dealt with this area before, as we've been here before. I cannot imagine doing squats with no shirt on in this weather, even with the fire right there. Anyway, if you recall, we were here before, and people were being accused of being heretics. Heretics are people basically who do not follow the Ishgardian.
Can you use the Choco Keep?
What?
Can you use the Choco Keep?
Good.
Didn't you say go to Whitebrim?
Yeah, why?
I'm just wondering because that's a good way.
Yeah, I can. Anyway,
It's safe.
we the heretics are basically people who don't follow the Ishgardian orthodoxy. They believe that the war between dragons and Ishgardians should come to an end, and that either they side with the dragons or they don't side with Ishgard. They believe that there should be a common ground between the two. So if you aren't like on Ishgard's side, you are a heretic in their minds. I believe I have that right. Anyway, these guys are led by Lady Iceheart. And they don't know anything about her other than the Ishgardians, or the heretics, are fiercely loyal to her. And we're going to delve further into this storyline. Je suis unbeliever. Bravo à toi. Indeed, indeed. Quiz is a non-believer. Quiz is a heretic. Silly, do you recall if you voiced the leader of this place, Dream? I'm pretty sure you were Dreama. Is that right?
I think so.
Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Dreama. Yeah, you were. I recall. I remember having to make sure you were present last time we were dealing with him. Mostly just because I remember running up these damn stairs. There we go. Alright.
Miro, welcome, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil proceed apace. We shall be rebuilt sure and strong, and that the Dravanians might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture, however, that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, but do you seem destined to cross paths with these villains? I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. Patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task.
Alright. I like how they always mention how, as fate would have it, this thing just happened to happen right before you arrived. That occurs quite frequently in this game.
Yes.
So as fate would have it, I guess we're destined to find out. Alright, so where is this fellow? He's probably upstairs. Yeah, there he is. Alright, so Mistreated Merchant. Okay, that's an interesting name. I shall share screens again just in case, but I will be voicing this guy. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help those cowardly blackguards. I was traveling my usual route to Whitebrim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my blurry gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Okay, so we gotta search the wilds of Snowcloak and defeat any heretics that we encounter. We actually have been to Snowcloak once before, at least the area around it. And we're about to head there again. Is there a quest with the 4 crystals? Fire, water, earth, and wind, or not? Yes and no. Over the course of the game, you go around and you beat various primals and you get various crystals related to the elements. Like when you defeat Ifrit early on in the game, you get a fire crystal. When you defeat Ifrit or Garuda, you get the wind crystal, so on and so forth. Aha. What is this? I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that these heretics really don't actually stand a chance against me. Especially with Piamet's crafted gear. Hey. Hello, Belgrim. But there is a quest where you gotta go around and collect some crystals for the Crystal Tower quest line. So, I guess kinda. Speak with the House Durandare Knight. Okay, this is a guy. I'll voice this one. Gah! Draw your weapon foul! Wait, I recognize you. Adventurer, you are coming to seek heretics? Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of the raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have cornered them in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. That's voiced. I don't think that needed a voice. Do I play FF games on mobile like Brave Exvius and Mobius? I started Brave Exvius. I haven't played it much recently because I have so many other things I'm doing. But I have played around with the beginning of that game. And a little bit of Mobius. You glimpsed a woman at the top of the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. Some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best if we would return to Wipe in front and lay our suspicions before Lord Dreamall. Alright, let's go do that. Are those mobile games fun? Quests? I think my favorite mobile Final Fantasy game so far has been Final Fantasy Dimensions. Mostly because it's an actual game and it doesn't... The only amount of freemium gaming experience that comes with it is they released in chapters. But as far as freemium games go, Brave Exvius and Mobius are better than the other typical ones that you find. Brave Exvius does feel more like an RPG than a lot of those other freemium games. Mobius I didn't play too much, but it's got decent graphics for a mobile game. I don't expect much from mobile games, to be honest. I am not an exceptionally huge fan of them. And by that I mean I'm not really a fan of them. That's not to say that they can't be something amazing, because they could. It's just I feel like people... companies treat them as a lazy way to make an easy buck versus another platform to make an awesome game. Alright, Silly. I'm going to share screens.
Miro, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report.
Those people are in danger?
The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. that they should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Horsefant of your discoveries. He will want to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long.
Agreed. Alright, teleporting back to Dragonhead because I don't want to walk there. Yusuf, check out Mobius. You might like that one. FF Record Keeper is actually pretty good too. Go ahead, Quest, if you're interested. It again, it's very similar to Brave Exvius, except it kind of ties in all of the Final Fantasy games and such in a different way than Brave Exvius does. So it might be worth checking out. Yeah, Record Keeper is pretty fun. I completely forgot about that one. Thanks, Yusuf. What's fun? Right, is this voiced?
Your return is most timely.
It is.
Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Excellent. Let's go speak to Slathborn in Revenant's Toll. It's easier just to teleport there. Alright. Slathborn's right here. You ready, silly?
Miro, it is good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Coerthas? House Fortance is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Horsefant for his continued generosity. Even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinode's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats.
Alright, I'm gonna take the Astrum Helm because I'm leveling Dragoon next. Alright, brave new companions. Brave New continues. Slackborns has news on the progress of the inaugural ceremony. Okay.
While you were away in Coerthas, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand?
Alright, let's do that. We haven't done much fighting yet, but that's okay. We have to beat up some heretics at least. Alright, Pac-Man, are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, here's Tataru.
These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file the lot in my wastepaper basket. Ah, Miro, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphanode if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose.
Yes, I don't see the Scions ever deciding to dress in similar attire. It'd be funny if you were told of a dress code when you apply for the or when they ask you to join the Rising Stones or the Scions.
That'd be funny.
Yu Hasi. Alright, I'll be Yu Hasi. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself 'tis an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. Alright. Ultramarine uniform. A deep blue uniform crafted specifically for Alphanode's new trial organization. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to adoring masses. If there is a war in Final Fantasy XIV, just join Minfilia's army. I guess technically we are part of Minfilia's army since we are Scions. Though she would never refer to it as an army. Laurentius, silly.
I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing.
Alright, another uniform. It's still useful.
Ah, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers.
Alright, now, let's see who else we can find. There's 8 of them around Revenant Toll, apparently. Hey, there's Sean the Non-Believer. Hello. That's a member of our RC. They're fairly new, but they're nice people. Ergamus. This scarlet garb makes me a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limsa Laminsa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Ooh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Silly, you could voice Ilberd.
I don't believe we've met. I am Ilbert, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives.
Well, here you go, Ilberd. Still you, silly.
The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of stragglers.
Excellent. Eelbred? That's not Eelbred, that's Ilberd. I thought it was a Doman Witch at first, but it's Doman Watch. Ah, PM FME is here.
Miro Princess, gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll.
Well, have a uniform.
'Tis an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride.
And here's Wilrid. Little Alamigo could learn learn much from Revenant's Toll, but this town could be so alive in the midst of such desolation. Have a uniform. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Ah, here's Riol, silly.
Hello there, lass. Looking for me, was ya? I'd suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear it amongst all the bustle.
Alright. Here, have a uniform.
Ho ho! Proper uniforms and all. This thing'll cut out the blood to me head. Not to worry, though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments.
Alright. Where is the last one? There she is. Alien. She made her way here.
Sildar has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards.
And here you go.
Ah yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating.
Alright, we'll just jump down because I don't feel like running. I was gonna dye Mira's highlights blonde before the stream, but I forgot. So she's blue and black. Black and blue. I may have to make them red anyway to match the future weapon that I will be getting. Now we must speak to Alpha Node in the Rising Stones. Alright. We'll speak to Minfilia first, though. Oh, never mind. She says the same thing. Yes, Miro? Ah, Tataru mentioned that you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've met with the rest of the recruits? Some few answered the call to arms, but I put forth the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Miro. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcements.
Comrades,
Voice.
your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you crystal braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Yay, we did it. Alright, let's speak with Minfilia. You ready, Pac-Man?
Yeah.
This might be voiced.
I'm eager
It
to see
is.
what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Alright, let's grab the Evenstar hat. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Ah, there's the exact ending of 2.3. Give me one moment.